Okay, so a couple of things I realized is that where I live right here, I think that it actually traps my voice well. So unlike when we're out in other areas, I probably don't need to speak as loud in order for me to be able to be heard. With that being said, I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. The conversation, sheesh, like one of those tree killing bugs. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. He's done. All right, so today we're going to be talking about. I wanted to have an open discussion. I wasn't sure what we wanted to discuss. That's one. Two, I have a thing that I might go look at. And three, Skip Bayless is the only thing that I thought of that was extremely interesting because we haven't had any real conversations about sports as of late. So I was like, let's bring a sports conversation. And I want to know what do you think about Skip Bayless's new show. Um, Also, on our community tab, I have a couple of polls up. I would love if you guys could go over there and voice your opinion on the polls. Also, leave some comments if there's anything that you would like to clarify or whatever the case is. I am in the shade. I'm gonna move out of the shade. I don't have a spot. I gotta wait for the sun to move apparently. So the sun gotta move first. And when the sun moves, I have a spot over here. But we might be walking away from here before that happens. With that being said, I want to talk about the Skip Bayless show if we get an opportunity. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Trump. Obviously, we're going to be talking about some of the cases that we've previously been discussing that's involving. Uh, uh, we could even talk about the YNW Melly thing. I think that it's been lost on everybody that YNW Melly is going to be retried. It was a mistrial. We could also talk about the situation that's going on with your man Tory Lanez, because what people don't know is that Tory Lanez and his people are still insisting that he's going to be free soon. I know that's the way to go. And everybody also don't know that Tory Lanez actually just married his baby mama. So I'm guessing he's making sure he could have some conjugal visits. Shout out to that smart move. Also, and this is just some super real shit. Just just throwing this out there. Um, I think Nick Cannon has mastered this particular art, but this is a question. So, a lot of you, a lot of the females on social media, on Instagram and things as such, they share baby daddies that take care of them, right? And they know that they do. My question is this, and this isn't a man owning a woman or anything like that. We're not doing that. But my question is this, right? Nick Cannon has mastered this. If y'all live in a world, right, we live in a world right now where women do say and they've done took polls, you went out there and asked women, they would rather have a man that had a wife but took care of them rather than had a man that was faithful to them and didn't, couldn't take care of them. So the question is this: why, if that is a thing, because this question has been asked to many women, why don't a lot of these females, especially the ones that's involved with these rappers, just choose that if he's taking care of you and taking care of the kids and giving you everything that you need and you're living this opulent lifestyle, why are they always then upset when this person who's a person of note, like a rapper or like an actor, whoever the hell, decides that they don't want to be 100% faithful? Now, with that being said, I I'm just coming from that standpoint, because when I look at a lot of these rappers, they're usually seen with multiple girls. A lot of times, y'all might not know this, but these females are in a relationship with them. They're just keeping it on the low that they're all in a group relationship. This happens. Shout out to Homeboy that was doing it finesse 2 times, but I don't agree with the way that he was doing it. I like the way Nick Cannon does it more, because they're all separate people. He happened with their separate money, their separate lives. He's not trying to intermingle them too much to where they're busy running around having sex with each other. I don't necessarily agree with that. With that being said, let's get to the Skip Bayless cock. Good. Almost 5 minutes. 4:20 on the dot. Remember, we usually do roll call at the 5 minute mark. 4:20 on the dot. Beautiful. With that being said, um, do y'all remember when Skip Bayless was first, when Shannon Sharp left, and they was like, who are they gonna add to the show? And then information that came out that they were looking to add Richard Sherman. And there was a lot of people that thought that that was odd, because Richard Sherman had previously had a situation that went down with Skip Bayless on ESPN, I believe, where they had a back and I think it was on ESPN. I'm not sure where it was, but they had a back and forth where people believed that Richard Sherman disrespected Skip Bayless. Now, part of the disrespect that Skip Bayless often gets from rappers, part of the disrespect is, I'm gonna get in the sunlight if y'all don't mind. No, I don't want to be right here. I'm gonna go find some sunlight. We're gonna go get some sunlight. I'm gonna use this sunlight right here. I'm gonna use this sunlight. It's early. The sun has already changed trajectory in the sky. Yeah, I do know that the Earth tilts, so it makes the sun change the trajectory in the sky, and it also actually in the winter we're allegedly closer to the sun than in, anyway. That's neither here nor there. That's science that they teach that might not necessarily be the truth. With that being said, with that being said, let's get, this is better. With that being said, all right, so I want to be clear about something. We heard that Richard Sherman was going to join Skip Bayless. That's what was the conversation. They said Richard Sherman is going to join Skip Bayless. A lot of people was like, that's kind of crazy, because Skip Bayless and him had an altercation or had an interaction on one of the platforms in which where Richard Sherman was disrespectful to Skip Bayless, and usually that's not something that Skip Bayless is cool with. Like when you talking crazy to him, that's usually he doesn't necessarily watch you on his show anymore. You feel what I'm saying? This isn't something that behooves him. Good morning. This isn't necessarily something that behooves him. She's fine. This isn't necessarily something that behooves him. So it's always the assumption when Skip Bayless has an interaction with somebody like this that they might not be on his program anymore. So a lot of people, myself included, thought that it was odd that they was going to say that Richard Sherman was actually going to join Skip Bayless on Undisputed. But do you know what they did do? They added Keyshawn Johnson. I'll talk about him in a moment. I absolutely dislike Keyshawn Johnson as a analyst, and other times I love him. I'll explain. I forgot the other two people that they added, just so we could be clear. If anybody knows it, put it in the chat. It could have been one of them, could have been Richard Sherman for all I know, but I wanted to specifically talk about Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson, he has a problem that a lot of us that do this type of YouTube has. A lot of us that do this type of YouTube, we accidentally talk at people because we're so used to talking with no interaction. You understand? So a lot of us that do this, we talk at people. Obviously, we all know that that's a different type of feeling when you're in a conversation with somebody and they're actually actively listening and responding, and to contrast when they're just stating their position on matters independent of whatever the hell you're talking about. They just like, these are the things that I got to tell you, just, and you having one conversation, you're like, wait, what the hell? So I'm saying that to say this. Keyshawn Johnson, as far as sports analysts go, has one of the worst he's one of the worst conversationalists. This is just my opinion. There's times that I've seen him give analysis of football that's absolutely incredible, and I look at it and I say, I get why he's just actually one of the most underrated wide receivers of all time. If you haven't watched Keyshawn Johnson actually play to understand how dominant he could actually would have even been more dominant, but how good he actually was. Keyshawn Johnson was great, fam. It's a travesty that he's not mentioned with the other wide receivers of his day and age. Keyshawn Johnson was great. He was great. Like, he legitimately was. The problem might have been that he talked better than he played. I'll agree with that. But Keyshawn Johnson was great. So now Skip Bayless is on the show, where he's usually generally has one person, maybe two people that's on the platform with him, and now he's brought three people on with extremely strong personalities, and they're and from what I've heard, because I haven't had the opportunity to see it, they've been overshadowing him by talking over him. Now I'm gonna explain to you what I think that Skip Bayless and Fox should do, and then because I haven't weighed in on this, but I'll tell you what I think Skip Bayless and Fox should do. First of all, they should have a rotating people that come and talk with him. That's what they need to do. Don't have it so he talk to the same people every day. You rotate the individuals that he have talking with him. I forgot whether they have a moderator right now or not, but one moderator, obviously, female. Two, you have a rotating cast that comes through. That's where ESPN knocked it out of the box with what's this dude name? Stephen A. Smith. Do y'all remember when Stephen A. Smith had the rotating cast? I'm gonna explain to you why. You see, let's go back and discuss Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless's First Take, which was one of the best sports analyst shows ever to be on television. Could we just be clear on that? Look, let's not disrespect neither one of those men. They work together better than I've ever seen anybody else work with either which one of those two individuals. They were incredible. I'm gonna explain to you why real quick so you can understand the dynamic. Skip loves to be the bad guy. That's why he almost every day, if not every single day that I've seen him working, is in black. Skip Bayless wears black every day. He wants to be the bad guy. He wants to be the antagonist. Do you understand? That's what he wants. That's his brand. Now, on the contrast, Stephen A. Smith wants to be loved. He wants to be the protagonist. So what could always happens with these two men is, and this is how I'm assuming that it was going on, because I used to watch First Take every single day. So this is how I'm assuming it was going on. On different days, if they didn't have a specific thing that they had to talk about because it happened in the news, one of them would have a thing that they wanted to discuss and they had an opinion on it, and the other one would just agree to take the opposite point of view so they could have a discussion about it. That's how debates work sometimes. You don't necessarily even have an affinity for the thing in which you are debating for. It's just that that's what you have to decide. You have to come up with a strategy in order to convince people to believe in this thing, whether you believe in it or not. That's what debating is. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith worked together incredibly. They were incredible. So when Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless separated on ESPN, they kind of had a rotating cast. And for everybody that's saying that I'm wrong, go find out why Max Kellerman left. Max Kellerman left because he got tired of having to be the bad guy. Max Kellerman often had to defend points that he didn't even personally believe. And if you watch the show, there'll be times that he openly said that, look, I don't believe this. This isn't what I think. But I'm just going to play devil's advocate. He used to say that all the time. There was a period of time where he said that almost every show. And if we want to pay attention to something even more important and more of a thing than that, just so we could be clear, after all of that happened, he actually, I think Max Kellerman spoke about it on his show, that he always had to play the bad guy. He always had to he had to take the point or the position of things that he didn't necessarily agree in. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's go to Stephen A. Smith. Skip Bayless. When Skip Bayless on Undisputed, that allowed for Shannon Sharpe to shine because it allowed for Shannon Sharpe to always take the high road. It allowed for Shannon Sharpe to come in there and defend the positions that the people love, while Skip Bayless bashed the positions that the people necessarily loved and agreed with. So now, when you remove Shannon Sharpe, you don't want to have it look every single day like Skip Bayless is outnumbered. You understand? You're bringing 3 people to come on to... Damn, her yard is beautiful. You bring in... I got to do our yard today. I wish I had sprinklers. Her yard is beautiful. I just turned around, the sprinklers went off and shit. So I just turned around and I'm looking. Her yard is beautiful. It's so colorful. Sheesh. We gotta do our lawn today. Our lawn is beautiful. It's so colorful. Anyway, yeah. I like when things are done well. Like even if it's not something I'm into lawn and shit like that and flowers and shit. Don't get that confused. But I like when things are done well. You know, and I'm into beauty, fam. I'm into beauty just in general, and I like to see somebody do something well. Like I'm the opposite of a hater. I like having reasons to applaud for people. We should be looking for reasons to applaud people and say great job. Like I don't understand you people that out here looking for reasons to be like, oh, that guy sucks. Like why? Like how is this your life, fam? Like we should be trying to applaud each other and look at the great things that each other is doing. I would yell from all the way across the street, but I don't want to scare her. I don't know how well I know her, but her lawn is fucking immaculate. The people next to it is nice too, but her lawn is fucking immaculate. Anyway, let's get back to the show. So, I might as well go make me some coffee. I'm gonna let the sun move a little though. So, having 3 people on the program, they just out shouting. At least from what I heard, I haven't seen any of them yet. But from what I heard, they're just over talking Skip Bayless. He's getting drowned out. Skip Bayless, even when I don't even agree with the guy, and I barely ever agree with Skip Bayless, I like Skip Bayless because I know who he is and I know what he does. Let's move away from Skip Bayless for a moment and let's talk about. Let's move away from Skip Bayless for a moment and let's talk about Whack 100. For everybody that don't know, Hocus 4/5 has said Whack 100 has been banned from Clubhouse. I do not know how true this is. This may be true, this may not be true. He said he's been banned from Clubhouse. We've seen multiple times before where Whack 100 was removed from Clubhouse for a limited amount of time, and he was allowed to come back. So we don't know how true this is. Hocus 4/5 is not a liar in any sense of the word. So when I say we don't know how true this is, I'm saying I don't know how accurate his information is because Clubhouse might tell him he's done. We're never gonna let him back, and then 2 weeks from now they change their mind. So we don't know. You understand? Just so we could be clear, I'm not saying we don't know because Hocus is not on point. I'm saying we don't know because the person who gave him the information or told him the way that it was gonna move might not necessarily have been being honest, or they might not even know the full trajectory of what's gonna happen. With that being said, I told y'all before, I like Whack 100. I like Whack 100. I understand what he does. I know he's constantly on Instagram and all these other platforms saying lies. What's up, my brother? I know he's on all of these platforms constantly saying things that are untrue. Like, he literally lies on the programs, in my opinion. But I'm going to tell you the thing that he does do. Listen and pay attention. Whack 100 is the best example of please stop believing every media you see. Some people are just out here to slander other people. That's it. They're not out here to do nothing else. They're not out here to expose no truths. They're not out here to tell you about anything that's actually happening. They're just out here to try to they're just doing all the lies they can. Perfect example. Remember when I told you I had people following me around trying to start trouble with me for no reason so they could tell other people I'm acting crazy? I bet you when I told y'all that, y'all thought I was bananas. I bet you there's a ton of people that probably left the platform because they said this nigga Jack is crazy. What the fuck is he talking about? And then, now when you see me walking around on my live, they can't even help themselves no more. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not having any opportunities to speak to me now unless I'm on the live half of the time. And they can't help themselves. So now you can literally see them just following me around everywhere I go, calling every place I go to, following me around everywhere. So you can literally see it. But how long did people think I was crazy for telling people this? How long were people saying there was something wrong with me because I was saying this? Oh, he paranoid. How long were people saying that? People was calling me paranoid and crazy because a thing was happening and I was just simply telling you about it. Is anybody gonna, I don't need an apology, by the way, but is anybody gonna apologize? Is anybody gonna say, yo, my fault, Frost? Anybody gonna do that? They even have a whole entire channel where all they talk about is that they do this, by the way. That's been existing. The whole entire time I've been telling you that this is a thing. So that's why WAC 100 is important. WAC 100 is important because it shows you stop believing all of these platforms. Stop believing every time somebody say they're exposing something that they actually exposing something. More times than not, they just telling lies, man. More times than not, they don't even know what they're talking about. And you know how often they're not exposing nobody. They're just sitting in their house somewhere with 3 other people trying to figure out what lie they could tell that people will believe. I literally got people just following me around. I was just walking one day. We did a live. Did we do a live? No, we didn't do a live. I was at the Popeyes one day over there. I walk out of the Popeyes. I think I got my food in my hand. I'm not sure. I know I went to the Popeyes. I was in that area. So I'm walking, and there's a dude just in back of me filming, walking like this. His light on his camera and everything is lit up. And then I hear him talking, and he's like, yo, he just came from buying crack. And he just walking behind me like that, and I just came from the fucking Popeyes, fam. So what are they doing? They sending people messages like this. Anybody that supports my platform, they got weirdos walking around filming me, telling people that I just came from buying crack or some weirdo shit. I don't even go outside, fam. I don't even go outside. What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even know crack was still a thing. I'm just being honest with you. I didn't even know it was still a thing. Hold on, I need to run in the house real quick. Just being honest with you, I didn't even know it was still a thing, fam. I didn't even know. Stop believing everything you see on the internet, fam. A lot of these people got mental health problems. Like that little kid that follows me around from fucking, I don't know if that Neptune or Mermaid, whatever street that is over there. Got this little kid, little skinny thing. He like this. And he following me around everywhere I go. Niggas got mental health problems, fam. That kid got a mental health problem. I'm going to tell you the funniest thing. Let me just explain to you about this kid real quick. So they was at the park playing basketball, and then the kid said he had a scholarship to some school, and then the other dudes that was there was like, that don't even make sense. That's a public school. So this dude is running around telling people he got a scholarship to a public school, fam. I don't know. I don't know the situation, by the way. It might not be a public school. What the fuck do I know? But 2 or 3 other people there confirmed that the school that he said that he got a scholarship to are all of his expenses is paid. So, come on, fam. I'm dealing with people that got mental health issues, fam. They trying to make it sound like I'm arguing with them. I'm not arguing with them. They just following me around everywhere I go. These kids got mental. Kid was in the car with his mother, some woman, and a nigga yelling out the car to where he's with his mother, somebody, I don't know who he's with, some woman was driving, and the kid in the car yelling out the car, "I'm gonna kill you." You with your mother? And I don't know what woman that was, but you with your mother or some older woman? This is like a teenage kid. You with your mother or some older woman, and you driving around yelling out the car that you gonna kill somebody? That we got on live, by the way. We got it on. We got it on live. We got it on tape. So these are the people I'm dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? These are the type of people that I'm dealing with. Then they pretend like I'm arguing with them. I'm not arguing with them, fam. I can't stop you from following me around, fam. That's why I'm just gonna alert the police. Let the police deal with that. I'm not. What the fuck? You following me around? Like, I don't. What do you think I'm over here trying to do? Just gonna let the police deal with that, fam. Ain't nobody playing with you. Dude, the dude said he had a scholarship. Everybody was like, that's a public school. What do you want me to do, fam? These are the guys arguing with me, fam. What you want me to do? They got mental health problems, fam. You hanging out with the dude, so you got a mental health problem too. I don't want to hear that there's not something wrong with you. You hanging out with him. The fuck? You don't have no discernment when it comes to the people you spend your time with. That's on you. You spending your time with people getting fucking, that's talking about they getting scholarships to public schools, fam. I mean, I don't know what the school is, and I don't know if it's a public school. That's just what his friends said at the park. What that really ain't his friends, because he's an idiot. Obviously, he don't got friends. He got people that he goes stay around. You understand? People like him don't really got friends. You know, it's the dude that always tags around, but you don't necessarily want him there. You know what I'm saying? He's like that. You can see the way they treat him. You know what I'm saying? He's that. That's why he's trying so hard to get on my nerves, because he needs to be accepted. Anyway, what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. He needs to be accepted. So he's the person that's ready to let niggas bone his girl and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? He needs to be accepted. I'm just telling you, fam. These dudes need to be accepted. I guess that's why I stand out, because I don't really care to be accepted. You know what I mean? I'm looking for my people. I'm not looking to be accepted with people that ain't my people. I'm not trying to shit on people that ain't my people, but I'm looking for my people, fam. My people come in all shapes and sizes, all creeds, all nationalities. I'm looking for my people. I don't really care to be accepted. If I'm not accepted there, that's because you're not my people. I'm gonna accept that. You got me fucked up. I keep looking back at that building, right? Because it looks, in my camera, it looks crazy. Cito. I can't remember if the last time I seen a comment from you, it was an insult or not, but in any regards, I hope everything is going well with you and yours. Independent of how the situation was. I might go walk somewhere and go do a thing in a minute. What time is it? Oh, not you? Copy. Salute. I don't be knowing, fam. Remember, people are always trying to act like they cool with me. They come in here and act like they cool with me so they could go on other platforms and talk shit about me to make people like, I don't watch those other pages, so I don't know who's over there talking shit. You feel me? What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. We already 28 minutes in. Usually I talk about the topic. It's a 36 minutes. But it's an open conversation today. I don't really got nothing I want to talk about. I was actually debating on whether I should do the show this morning or not, to be honest with you. But I said, fuck it, we do the show. I forgot that thing over there that happens at, that they was doing at Kaiser, I think it ended. So I missed going to the thing. I missed a ton of shit. We was doing stuff, so I just missed stuff. And they was playing music the last time that we actually pulled up, so we can't do the music. But they didn't know. I spoke to somebody after the fact. They didn't. They were surprised there was music also, so it is what it is. Which I want to talk about. I'm not in no rush. When will the YSL case in Atlanta get going? I'll get back going. All right, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but I can tell you this much. They still haven't picked a jury, right? So they haven't even selected a jury in the YSL case. And with what just happened with Donald Trump is probably going to make it harder for them to select the jury. Do y'all understand what Donald Trump just did? I don't think people understand what Donald Trump just did and what Biden just did. Biden made it harder to convict Young Thug. He just doesn't know. What we got to remember is Donald Trump supporters don't care about right and wrong. Could we agree on that? Donald Trump supporters just care about supporting Donald Trump. They don't care about what right and wrong is. Could we agree on that? I'm not talking about Democrats at all right now. I'm not talking about Democratic supporters. We're just talking about Donald Trump supporters, just them. Donald Trump supporters generally, in the effort to support Donald Trump, they don't care about right and wrong. You ever seen those guys get interviewed and they'll ask them a question and the question obviously should go the other way, but they just go the way of agreeing with Donald Trump no matter how stupid they look? Okay, so just so we could be clear, Trump purposely made a comment that made him stand next to Young Thug so he can try to get the support of some of the black community, right? Is this right? We're on the same page so far, right? So Trump purposely made a comment attacking the DA that is prosecuting himself and Young Thug, correct? And while doing this, he also mentioned Young Thug, correct? And he also mentioned that she was a racist, correct? So what do you think he was doing right then and there? I'll give it a second so it could marinate in your brain before I give the answer. So basically what Donald Trump just did was he's talking to his constituents. Donald Trump is talking to first, Donald Trump is talking to the black people. He's basically saying, look, you don't know this woman. Boom. This woman is going after your guy. We don't like her either. I don't like her either. Boom. The same things that she's using against your people, because, he's Donald Trump, so we just assume he's saying your people. We say black. Is what he's using against me. She, right? And then, while he's calling them, us, that way, and people are looking like, you know what? The more it looks like now that she's trying to entrap Trump, the more people are going to say, you know what? This shit going on with Young Thug might be bullshit too. Do you get it? Wink, wink. Then he calls her a racist. By calling her a racist, now he's talking to his community saying that we allies. Because we all against her. No matter what you thinking, we are against her and whatever her agenda is. So now when they go to get people to try to be jurors for Young Thug, they can't even just look for people who might be white. You get it? Because before, to be easier for them to choose who they should put on the trial, we're trying to make sure that no black people get on the jury. You get it? Now they can't even think like that because Trump just sent out a whistle. So you don't even know which Trump people might just, because it's in an effort to help Trump, might just vote not guilty. And for anybody that thinks that that's insane, you know that and for everybody that thinks what I just said is insane, you know the owner, not the owner, the leader of the Proud Boys just got 10 years in jail for breaking a window on January 6th. So Trump's people did an insurrection and raided the freaking, what was that, the Senate building? You don't think that one of them, if they was on the jury, would say not guilty to someone that they probably even thought was guilty just because they thought it a favor and helped Trump? Trump got Americans to raid a Capitol building, fam. There's steps. But they were still climbing up the wall just so they could get video of them climbing up the side of the wall. There's steps. The steps was right over there. But instead of going over the steps, these dudes had rope so they could climb up the side of the building, fam. They brought weapons, guns, everything, tear gas, everything. They killed a couple of people. You don't think they'll get on the jury and say somebody is innocent just because they thought that for whatever the reason, might in some way help Trump? Good morning. So I'm not sure when the trial was going back up, but I'm not even sure they could get a jury. I think it's even going to be harder now for them to get a jury. Because I think that they have to look at more than just saying, you know, we might not want this type of black person on the jury. I think now they have to actually look like, do we want any MAGA people on the jury? See, before they were probably trying to single out MAGA people. But now, do we really want any people that's MAGA on the jury? Just something to think about, fam. Then, just so we could be clear, Biden helped Trump and made it worse. Because then Biden comes out and says, you know what? Young Thug deserves a bond because Trump deserves a bond. I'll talk about whether Young Thug deserves a bond or not in a moment. But just let me explain something why that's so stupid. Besides the fact they got different charges. The argument should have been, how can Trump get a bond if Young Thug couldn't? But they couldn't make that argument because the charges aren't the same. So they should have said nothing. But they felt like they had to say something. So what they said was, you know what? Young Thug deserves a bond. Because they said we're losing traction. We got to seem like we're in favor of black people. We got Trump out here looking like he melanated. For everybody that's like yelling about how racist Trump is, when have you ever seen the American judicial system or just the court systems at all or any government agency treat a white person like a nigger? They treating Trump like a full-blooded nigger, fam. So do you understand how stupid it was for Biden to point out, even if it's not true, that Young Thug and Trump is getting preferential treatment over Young Thug? Now, what's going to happen when they don't give Young Thug bond? Because that's the president of the United States saying that the judge fucked up. The Democrats do not know what they're doing. And I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing because they've been successful. Stop thinking success is because somebody knows what they're doing. A lot of times people don't know what they're doing and they become the most successful. And sometimes a person knows exactly what to do and success is just out of reach. So stop thinking because the Democrats won the election, that's because they know how to operate better. The government is not in a better situation than America is not in a better situation than we were before this election. We're actually in a worse situation. I'm not talking about Trump and I'm not talking about Biden. I'm just talking about America in general. How when the Republicans was in office, our problems went away, but the minute the Democrat came in office, all of our problems came back, even freaking the pandemic. So when the Democrats go into office, all of our problems show up, but when the Republicans is in office, all of our problems go away. And y'all still voting Democrat? Like, what are y'all voting for? Like, is it really just a popularity contest with you guys? Like, y'all don't care what happens with America. You voting for the guy you like. I'm just asking, fam. I could be wrong. So that's what's going on with the YSL case. The Democrats are screwing up right and left. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to figure out how to put the trial off even long. Well, they can't even try to. They can't get a jury, fam. They can't get a jury. And now they got a smaller pool to pick from. Because now Trump people is gonna be on it is probably Team Thug. Dude, if I'm not saying anything, if I'm saying anything that's not damn near common sense, tell me where I'm wrong. I consider most of the things that I'm saying right now should be common sense. I guess if people got time to think about it. A lot of times people just don't got time to think about shit. They got enough things going on in their own life. Let's say the word of the day real quick. I hate when the names of the books come up that I don't freaking know how to say because I just don't. I can't. I had this whole sounding out conversation with y'all before. Anyway, Zephaniah verse 3, line 17. The Lord your God is with you. He is strong. He will save you. He will be very happy about you. He will quietly love you. He will sing because he is happy about you. Amen. Shout out to that. I'm going to repeat it. The Lord your God is with you. He is strong. He will save you. He will be very happy about you. He will quietly love you. He will sing because he is so happy about you. Shout out to that. Shout out to the Most High. Morning. All right. Shout out to the person that took the like back. They was like, he's talking about God again. Talking about God every day, man. Don't come to the chat. Talking about God every day, fam. Don't come to the chat. I don't know what to tell you. Even when I'm not talking about God, I'm talking about God. That's why my common sense makes sense. Get it? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be a little. I have a lot of trepidation about getting into a relationship because it's gonna suck when I actually meet a girl that like me, but she's not into God. Like, then I gotta be like, I gotta bounce on her. Like, anyway. Somebody's pissed. Somebody angry as hell. They over there saying, "What the fuck?" They cursing somebody out over a thing. These guys is walking. Shout out to them. I'm gonna let them go. Let them go. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm open to discussion. It's open discussion. I saw that. I saw that One Piece. I don't know if y'all saw that One Piece. Did y'all see that One Piece? Oh man. Thank you. 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 I want them to stop making movies. I want more series. I want less movies. More series. You know what? Make a couple of seasons and then make a movie. Would it be probably a bunch of different jury pools because several other people getting charged with Trump. There's a dude. Hold on, I'm gonna mention something about YSL real quick. There's a dude that Doug's attorney now wants off out of the case with them because he was like high or something or like cursing the judge out or some shit. And Thug attorney was like, nah, we don't want to be tried with that guy. He was like cursing the judge out, or he was high or some shit. He was like sitting in the chair. He was like, ooh, and he was like cursing the judge out or some shit. I don't know what happened. But Thug's lawyer was like, we don't want that guy. Would it be a different pools because several other people getting charged with Trump? Well, I don't know. I think they said that his trial's gonna start in January or some shit like that. But Trump, just so we could be clear, that's a RICO. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. Like that's a RICO. I guess it's gonna go the way every RICO goes. It's a RICO, man. Of course, they have different jury pools. Like they can't just have one jury pool, man. Wait, what do you mean by jury pool? You mean the people that they call in to try to get to be on the jury? You don't mean entire separate juries that they actually select, right? I don't think they're doing that. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. I'm not saying that they're not gonna do it, just so we could be clear. I'm just saying I don't think that's a thing. I'm not entirely sure what you're saying either, just so we could be clear. I'm kind of lost. Give me 1 second. Should we get a blueberry muffin? Hey, good morning. Good morning, Ruby Reed. How you doing this morning? I don't know. Did I answer your question, C? I don't know if I answered your question or not. I hope I did. Shout out to the bird. I hope I did. I don't know if I answered your question or not. Did we gonna go on a walk? I don't know. I was thinking about it. What up, pigeon? Chilling? I'm walking this way, fams. You gotta walk the other ways, fams. All right. Gotta walk the other ways, fams. You feeling blessed? I'm feeling blessed this morning too. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. What you think has happened with K-Flock case? Is IG insinuated another rapper is snitching on them? I keep telling you, all of these rappers are snitching. Obviously, not all of these rappers, but there's so many rappers snitching that it don't make sense to say one rapper snitching. All of these dudes are snitching on each other and getting each other pulled up, man. Isn't there one of these dudes that's about to get out of jail in like a minute? And isn't that K-Flock's cousin or some shit like that, or fake cousin? And they all in RPT, right? Am I wrong? Or am I telling you something that's the truth? Shout out to homeboy that's getting the free the free promotion. Shout out to the Laundry King over there doing y'all things. They're about to call you Laundry King. They're gonna call you and tell you to troll me. They're gonna be like Laundry King. They'll be like, what do you want me to do? What's up, my brother? How you doing? You good? Excellent. Salute. Shout out to the Laundry King. And D Thing's coming home, right? Yes, sir. Yeah. Shout out to the Laundry King. And D Thing is coming home, right? Correct? Right? I'm just saying. Also, why does K-Flock think somebody needs to snitch on him? Like they have him doing the thing in 4K. Why does K-Flock think somebody needs to snitch on him? I don't think anybody needs to actually. Is he saying he's snitching on other crimes that they don't know about? Is he saying they snitch on other crimes that they don't know about? Like, why would he need somebody to snitch on him? He did it in 4K, man. So I don't be paying attention to none of these guys, but all of them dudes is always snitching. What do you think young dudes is doing? Y'all out here doing crimes and all of this other stuff with young dudes. Them niggas is dead up snitching on people. Like that idiot that's following me around. You think that he's actually gonna go to jail after he commits some crime? Or you think he gonna tell on the people that's with him? You think a nigga you think any dude in the hood that's waiting for somebody to come outside so they can follow them around with a camera and harass them isn't gonna snitch on you? That's some of the most feminine behavior I've ever heard of. I mean, what you gonna do next? Literally let a guy have intercourse with your bung? Like, what comes past that? That's like super feminine. So, come on, fam. They be getting snitched on by these idiots that they be out here doing crimes with. First of all, stop doing crimes. That's one. Two, stop hanging out with idiots. You think this the dude, the any of these people that follow me, you think any of them is not gonna snitch? You think any of them is gonna go to jail? They're gonna be telling before you're gonna be telling in the back of the car, fam. You're gonna be in the back of the car telling. I'm just saying, fam. Any real dude watching this, have you ever in your life felt the need to see somebody in the street that you don't like and decide to follow them with a camera? No, right? That's woman behavior. Seen some idiot following me the other day, had his camera on and everything. And he's talking about I just came from buying crack. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? I was at Popeyes. The fuck? Ruby reads that these rappers are not like the gangsters of old. They tell on their business and crimes in their lyrics. I'm going to say this much. If y'all understood how many rappers from the 80s were straight gangsters and they get on the mic and they talk about happy shit, y'all would stop thinking that you have to talk about gangster stuff in order to be a gangster. That's the problem. See, there was a period of time where there was like almost all of the rappers were just really just rappers. They weren't gang dudes. They were really just rappers. Don't get this confused. But you can't go do a show unless you got a squad with you, because people stealing your equipment. They doing all types of different BS. You understand what I'm saying? Why do you think Africa Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation was security? That's why everybody had to work with African Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation. Because people was literally, it just, you show up at your show, you getting robbed and everything else. So what would happen is, you have the dude that's actually a rapper, and the people that's in his crew is the fighters. They might be the dancer. They might be one of the other rappers in the crew. So that's how all of that started. They might be the DJ. You don't know. It might just be the dude that's carrying the crates. That's why you had to have a deep squad with you when you went to go do a show somewhere. But now it's different. You know what I'm saying? Some of these same dudes from the 1980s that used to say the most. I'm going to give you a good idea. Y'all think Will Smith is a sucker. He from Philly, fam. Will Smith from Philly, fam. Why do I smell something burning? Will Smith is from Philly, fam. I'm just saying. You ain't a sucker. Y'all mistake a person that don't want problems with a person that can't handle problems. Some people just don't want problems, fam. Some of us, when we get involved in some shit, it just goes absolutely bananas with it, and it's not worth it. The glory that they seek in their lyrics is the downfall for them later. One of the things I like braggadocious rap, but you want to know why one of the main reasons why I gravitated to Rakim, right? Because when Rakim rapped, I didn't take it as him calling himself God, even though that's what he was literally doing. I took his words as this is what we could do inside of God. You understand? Like, even as a kid, like, all I thought about was God, because that's all I had. I used to pray to God every day. I used to come out on my steps. I lived alone, fam. I used to come out on my steps. There's a train track in front of me. Abandoned buildings this way, abandoned buildings that way, with construction. There's nobody, damn near nobody lives on the whole block. And I used to just come outside and I used to just pray to God. Like, this is a fact. This is all real fact, fam. And to God. I used to pray to God every day, damn near. Like, you know, especially in the summer. You know what I'm saying? So God's always been a big part of my life and what I believe in. You understand what I'm saying? Just in general. You know, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for him. And that's a fact. I can't even express that enough. Um, anyway, so his lyrics, you know, made me understand, or my interpretation was them is that I could do anything inside of God. So I've always like just had an unwavering faith that I could accomplish anything. And that's one of the reasons why I have a lot of talents. Or there's like a lot of things that I'm at least okay at. You know what I'm saying? Well, the problem, Ruby Reed says, I hope future rappers are watching and learning what not to do. But the problem is that the record labels are literally, or at least at one time or another, was literally looking for the rappers that were gonna uh, crash out. Like, fucking B. They were looking for the rappers that was gonna crash out. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what they was doing. Um, I don't know where. Um, so you know they were actively signing people who weren't necessarily rappers, but you know they had street lives attached to them. Um, let's go walk and see a thing. I want to go walk. I want to go walk and see a thing. Let's go for a short walk. But it was different, man. Because there was a period of time where like every rapper wanted to be a gangster and every gangster wanted to be a rapper, you know? Because it just is what it is. I'm in New York City. I think sometimes people. I got my zipper zipped up the other day because the breeze. So a lot of times I think people don't get. Like I said before, like if you was around in the '80s, this is a lot of this shit about hip hop. This is a lot of things about hip hop you're not even gonna fuck with. That's just some super real shit. If you was around in the '80s. So I say that to say this. I say that to say this. The '80s, the drug dealer was the superstar of the block. It just is what it is. We didn't have, like, of course, Michael Jackson, you know, Whitney Houston, shit like that. But it was the drug dealer, fam. It was that nigga. It was they was the superstars of the neighborhood. Like, you know, the Rich Porters of the world, the Alpos of the world, the AZs of the world, uh, the fucking preachers of the world. You know, these guys were the people of note. You know, whether they should be or whether they should not. These guys were the people. Good morning. These guys were the people of note. So, you know, there was a long period of time in the birth of hip hop where rappers were just getting robbed and everything. Like, it was crazy. LL got robbed a couple of times. I remember B.O. hearing about, I obviously wasn't there. I remember hearing about B.O. robbing LL for his chain right after LL performed at the Apollo. LL allegedly used to get robbed often. I don't know how true this is. But allegedly LL used to get his... Rappers got their chains snatched all the time, period. This is around the time Slick Rick, for everybody that don't know, Slick Rick actually killed his bodyguard. He was trying to extort him or some shit like that. Slick Rick actually killed him. What's up, my brother? All right. Slick Rick killed him. That was crazy. And he actually crashed into a tree on University, because that comes from his rap that he had said before he actually did the crash. For everybody that don't know, Slick Rick used to hang around in the Bronx, over there near Burnside, University Ave. I used to live over there. My aunt used to live over there. My aunt, my uncle, my cousins. So, and, you know, like I said, I used to live alone. So during some summers, I spent a lot of time over there because it was walking distance. But I didn't know, it wasn't walking distance for me when I was 8. But when I got older, it was walking distance. No, it was like 8. That shit wasn't walking distance. You know what I'm saying? 7, 8. I didn't even know how to walk there at that time. Then somebody taught me how to walk there when I was like 10, 11 years old or some shit like that. So I started going over there. It was about, I don't know, probably 3 miles, maybe a little bit longer. Not that long. 3 miles ain't bad, by the way. 3 miles is good. 3 miles is fine. About 3 miles. That's not good. Even back then, I could do 3-4 miles in my sleep back then, walking, even as a kid. Anyway, so it was just different, you know. The streets was different, you know. Like, there was just, I don't know how to say it. It's just the streets was different. I'm not saying better. I'm just saying different. There's a lot of weirdo shit that go on now that niggas be co-signing. And it's just different. It's like people are in a race to go to jail or get killed now. Like, I don't know no other way to put it. It's like it's a race. That's what it looks like. It's like a race or something. Like, everybody's in a race. So, like, not everybody, but, you know, a lot of people are in a race. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they know they're in a race, though. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? It's more like, good example. It's like Satan's tricked a lot of motherfuckers into wanting a lifestyle that's gonna give them a short lifespan. You know? Like, it's one thing when you choose a certain thing because you don't got no choice. You know? There's a lot of people that they family don't eat if they not out here selling drugs. I can't get mad at that guy. Whether I agree with it or don't, I can't get mad at them. I can't hate on them or nothing. They got responsibilities, and this is how they take care of their responsibilities. If they wasn't doing nothing to take care of their responsibilities, then people will be saying that they're not taking care of their responsibilities. I don't know how to handle that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how to handle that. I might not agree with the thing that you're doing, but unless I have a way to tell you how to do it better, I can't say shit. What the fuck could I say? I don't have no way to help you out. Why am I saying something? I'm not gonna help you out. Why am I saying something? You understand? So that's why I try to tell people. What the fuck? So that's why I try to tell people, I'm not judging you. If you feel like I'm judging you because I'm thinking something different than you, I'm not. I'm not judging you, fam. I know I get into a lot with people because sometimes people think I'm judging them. I'm not judging you, fam. Do I got this on the right camera? No, I did not. I'm not judging you, fam. I promise you I'm not. I just think different. I want different. That's it. I wonder what Slick Derrick doing right now. He's been touring and doing quite well with it, by the way. He's been touring and he's been doing quite well with the touring. He's been touring. Funny thing about Slick Rick, I shouldn't point this out though, because I actually like Slick Rick. But he always wears shoes with soles like this on them. Like, fam, it's all right that you're not fucking 6 foot, fam. It's not that big of a deal. Like, what the fuck? Morning, my brother. Salute. It's not that big of a deal. You're not 6 foot. It's okay. Yeah, hit that like button. We got 53 people. Good morning. Good morning, my brother. All right. Yeah, we got 54 people in here. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. I'm sorry, I'm on my live. How you doing today? Blessed? All right, that's what it is. We got 54 people in here. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. Nah, but for real. So I'm just like, it is what it is. Who the hell? Motherfucker just honking. Oh. So they be having to back in over there at the supermarket, but the street across the street is it's like one of the dead end streets like that T-bone. So the street across the street, sometimes they can't sometimes they can't get the vehicle backed in appropriately. That shit crazy. I literally got people that follow me around everywhere I go. I told y'all that. Y'all said I was being paranoid, remember? Any of those people that said I was being paranoid gonna apologize? Any of those people that went around telling everybody I was crazy and paranoid, any of them are gonna apologize? I'm just curious. I don't actually even want an apology, just so we can be clear. I don't need to. But the point in which I'm trying to make is, of course not. They're gonna pretend like they were right still. They're going to pretend like they were right the whole time. Or they're going to want to talk about something else. They're going to try to change the topic. Niggas will be having low character. They're not even ashamed of it. I think that's the problem. I think people aren't ashamed of having bad character no more. That's what I think it is. I think people just be having bad character, but they're not ashamed to have bad character no more. They think it's okay. It's okay to have bad character. Because their thing is going to be, well, you don't do everything perfect. Yeah, but doing everything perfect and having bad character are two different things. You understand? None of us could do anything perfect. It's impossible. Why? Because none of us are God or Jesus Christ. So that's not happening. But if we have good character, you know, at least then we'll make some of the best decisions when possible. You understand? Niggas be having no character, fam. Niggas be having bad character, pardon me. Niggas just be bad character. Y'all raising these kids with bad character. Oh, no. Slow down. I know what Wallies are and I know what Clarks are. You're talking to somebody that's from the 80s. I know what both shoes are. His shoes have extended soles on them. It's not like we all can't go find video and see it. I know what Wallabies are and I know what Clarks are. When I was a kid growing up, that's all the kid, that's all the teenage, that's all the niggas wore, fam. I grew up with 5%ers. That's all they wore. So there's no thing. I'm just making sure. I think the last one was last week or some shit. So that's my opinion. I've seen them and they look like they're extra. I'm not saying that. They look like they extra, fam. In my opinion. Your opinion is that they aren't. That's fine. Whatever. The point in which I'm trying to make is whatever. You can go see a regular shot of the sneakers. Everybody go Google Clarks, Wallabies, whatever. I was just trying to say the name, not like the slang name. That's literally all I was really trying to do. Go Google Clarks or Wallabies. And then I want you to go Google the shoes that Slick Rick wear. So you could just see what I'm talking about. And so you could just see how people just tell me I'm wrong all the time about shit I'm right about. And then they want to have a discussion with me. And then they get mad at me. Just go Google it and come back. That's it. I'm asking you to make your own opinion. Just go Google them. Go Google the shoes that you see Slick Rick in. And then go Google the ones that people would normally buy. You see how they trying to play with semantics? Oh, do you know that Clarks and Wallabies the same shoe, right? Just playing with semantics. They always do that when you write. Please don't waste your time arguing. I just told people to literally go and check it out on the Google. If I'm wrong, you can come back and tell me I'm wrong. So I can't even tell people to go do research. So you trying to tell me I can't tell people to go do research? What up, Ganju Roach? So if I tell people to go do research, I'm also doing. So what can I tell them, haters? I just got to agree with everything that they say? I'm saying you Google the shoe and look at the shoe. Oh shoot, that's homeboy. I never made it to his Wednesday thing. They do a jogging thing on Wednesday. I haven't made it there yet, personally, because I don't be thinking I be having the right mood, and I don't be wanting to show up to events in a bad mood. So by the end of the day, I'm usually done had enough of the fucking world, because like I told you, I got people following me around and all this other bullshit. So by the end of the day, I'm just usually like, I don't want to deal with people no more. I've been going to sleep at like 9 o'clock, fam. Real talk. I've been going to sleep like 9, 10 o'clock. In bed. Already took my shower and undressed by 8:30. This is real talk. So I've been missing everything. But I've been peaceful in my life. So I want the peace. I got the peace. So I'm fine with that. So I've been missing a run that they do on Wednesdays. I'm gonna go find his Instagram. I hope I have him. I don't think I got him. Well, I'm gonna try to find it, and then I'm gonna repost for them, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I gotta go all the way. I gotta wait all the way to 8 or 9 o'clock, and I got people that follow me around, fam. Like I live a different life than y'all. I got weirdos following me around everywhere I go. I live a different life. What I'm saying is that the shoes that Slick Rick get are modified. That's all I'm saying. The shoes are modified to make larger soles. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I saw. So then I said people should just go check for themselves. I don't understand why I said that was incorrect. I think that's the dude. Oh, that's not the dude. He looks like the dude a little bit. In any regard, I don't really care. You know what? Whatever that is, you're right. Because I don't even care about this. Whatever that is, you're just right. I don't even care about this. I don't even care about being right about this. Whatever this is, you're right. What else y'all want to talk about? Because this don't make sense. Nope, you're right about whatever you're talking about. Whatever you're talking about, you're right. What else y'all want to talk about? You can keep talking about that in the chat. Anybody else want to talk about anything else? I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong about whatever you're talking about. I don't have the slightest idea what I'm talking about. Niggas just want to argue with me. You want to say what's up to the people, fam?
Morning, morning, morning.
All right. Yeah, whatever you're talking about, you just right. I don't even care. So I don't even care about this, fam. Whatever you're saying, you're right. How about that? You want to find something else to disagree with me about? You're right about that too. So you never have to tell me about anything that you don't agree with me about. Okay? You're just right. I don't want to argue. So that's the only way to do this. You're just gonna keep looking for things to argue with me about. So you just right. Okay? And you can come in the chat and say the things that you think you're right about. I'm fine with it. I'm just gonna let you talk about all the things you believe yourself to be right about. You're right about 100% of the things you say. As long as it's not about me personally. You're right about 100% of the things you say. Are we okay now? Because this is the conversation you want, right? Where I just agree with whatever you say. So whatever you're saying, you're right. You're getting the conversation you want. Now you don't have to tell me about none of the conversation. You're just right. Copy? We good? I hope we good. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass for the cash app for the check. Should we go get a blueberry muffin? I think I left my cash in the house. That cash. You didn't offend me. You didn't offend me at all. And as you were being pedantic and trying to nitpick. That's it. That's all you were doing. You're right about whatever you want to be right about. Because somebody else comment, you know how right you are? You're so right that I'm not even going to comment to your comments. I'm just going to allow for you to say what you want to say as long as you're not talking about me personally. Is that fair? Because you've been more right than any other human being has ever been right about anything in this history of rightness. There you go. So now I didn't do the thing that anybody said that I was doing. There you go. Nobody's ever been more right than you. I have no ideas why they don't have your picture in the Smithsonian. Do they? They should. You should have your picture in the Smithsonian. Oh, shoot, that's today. Sheesh. It always kills me with the people that never comment unless they have something negative to say. And then when I say something about it, they pretend like I'm just arguing with them because they're saying something opposite of what I'm saying. When they would never comment unless they was just saying something different. Luffy. I think that show is incredible. Just so we could be clear. I've watched the anime up to about the 360th episode or something like that. I'm not 100% sure which episode. But it's like 300 and something. And I'm gonna say this much. I think that they had great pacing in the Netflix show, the live action. I think it had great pacing. And I think that was the thing I was the most concerned about. And the reason why I was the most concerned about, see, I knew the insult was coming. There you go. You could go. So I told you who the person was. I told you, right? They just insulted me. I just kicked them. Boom. Told you. So the pacing was great. I was concerned when I heard it was only going to be, I think, 8 episodes. It was 8 episodes because there's so much storytelling and backstory that goes into One Piece. Like, there's a lot. Like, you'll have 5, 6 episodes that is just backstory in the cartoon. Just back on each other. So the 5, 6 episodes is like what? Fucking one episode is 22 minutes. So 5 episodes is 10. So then, so what the fuck? So you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is hours, literally hours of just backstory. And I was curious as how they was gonna make it work in the live action, because obviously they're not gonna have as much time. I think they did great with the pacing. They took out elements that were important, but also were not important. You know, so if you've actually watched the anime, you're gonna just fall right into this because they have a lot of matte shots. They have a lot of shots that come directly from the anime that they made live action. Uh, and in my opinion, it worked. Luffy looks like Luffy. The one thing I want to say is this, and this is actually a plus, a bigger plus. Okay, so I was curious if they was going to be able to get a female to play Nami. I was curious as what they was going to do with Nami. And I'm going to say this without a shadow of a doubt. Nami is fine. Okay, so first of all, I love tomboys, so there's that. Nami basically has a tomboy body. She's thick as shit, and she has orange hair. That's also a plus. She has orange hair in the show, obviously. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? Oh, I love the hat.
Oh, thank you.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
So Nami, for everybody that don't know, Nami is the navigator for the Straw Hat Pirates. Nami's the navigator, and I've always been a big fan of Nami's in cartoon. I'm a fan of all of them, or every character. I like all of the characters, even a lot of the bad guys. But I was wondering if they was gonna be able to make Nami cute, because in the show, like, Nami is literally damn near almost always the prettiest girl in whatever room she's in, and they make note of that quite often. You understand what I'm saying? There's another female that comes to go with them. I forgot her name, and she's like supposed to be one step up from Nami, however that works. So like, she's even supposed to be pretty. So I was curious what they was gonna do with Nami. Nami is fucking, part of my language. Oh man, should have helped, asked her if she needed help with her bag. I didn't even think about it. I haven't been very helpful to people lately. I think I just be too worried about, like, my mind is on other shit. I should have, maybe I just thought she would tell me she didn't need help. I don't know. Any regard, I should have helped her. Oh, now I feel bad. She's not parking in our driveway, is she? Okay. I don't know. I don't know who that lady is. I think she don't know who I am. She's like, what's this black guy just stopping in the middle of the street while I'm busting a Yui? How you doing? What we doing? Let's read some chats. I told you though. Today is gonna be a great day. Pros and cons. I'm telling you the pros. Big fan of Nami. Come on, B again. Big fan of Nami. I just think she's fine. Also, she's played by. I literally went and looked the girl's name up. The girl's last name is Rudd. That's all I know. I was like, is she Paul Rudd's daughter? She is not. Fine as hell. Sheesh. Just watch the show. I promise you, you'll know her on sight. But they got the next chick that they're gonna be bringing. I think it's gonna be in the next season, obviously. And that's the girl that could grow all the arms and legs and shit like that. That's her devil fruit power or something. It's gonna be interesting to see because, like, she's supposed to be so pretty, so it's gonna be interesting to see, like, what they do. All right, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what happens. What we doing? Y'all want to go for a walk? What we doing? Y'all want to go for a walk? What y'all want to do? Put it in the chat. I want to go for a walk. Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? But I liked it. Go watch it. I think it's an exceptional show. It sticks really, really close. Like I told you, they have damn near matte shots from the cartoon. It sticks really, really close to the cartoon and the manga. I haven't read the manga, but I heard the manga sticks pretty close to the cartoon, and it sticks really close to the cartoon. I like how they use his powers. And one thing that I found that was very interesting that I thought was dope, um, he like they used like so he has his regular like stretchy powers he used, and then he has like his extras that he used, like that's his big moves, like his battle axe. That's when he basically that's the axe kick. Everybody knows what the axe kick is. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't stretched out or nothing like that, and I don't even think I could do an axe kick anymore, to be honest with you. I practice it at the park sometime, but I'm just not even doing it high. I'm doing it low. I don't even think I can stretch like that. But so he got the axe kick. He called that the battle axe. That's one of my favorite moves. Then he has the bazooka. That's when he puts his hands behind himself like that and throws it forward. He did that. That's dope. He also has the regular move that he's also always doing. That's the pistol, the gum pistol. I love that. So and he had the gum machine gun. He did that once. So I want to see what they're gonna do with the next season. But I do hope that when they bring out his next special moves, I want to see them more than once. Like I don't just want to see them once. So I don't know if maybe have more than 8 episodes, or if you're gonna make the episodes longer. But I want to see more than once. Like I wanted to, like I only seen the I believe he only did the gum machine gun like once. I would have wanted to see it more than once. Like I told you, the battle axe is like one of my favorite moves that he do out of his base form. The battle axe is like one of his favorite moves that he do. So yeah, I want to see more of that. I hope that I want them to do more of it. I think that was a con, by the way, that they didn't do more of his special moves. And what's his name? Ronanoa Zoro. I didn't see them. He isn't calling out any of his moves yet. He has moves that he call out the name for. He ain't call out no names for none of his moves at all in the first season. I was disappointed. He actually said to Luffy, like, why do you do that? And Luffy was like, you gotta always call out your big moves before you do them. And I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny. So when I be playing basketball sometimes, before I bust up, like before I know I'm about to do something tough, I'll say something to the guy, let him know I'm about to do it. There's a reason why these dudes don't like me. I'll be talking before I do the move. I'll be like, I'll say some shit like, yo, I'm going to the basket. You coming with me? Go to the basket. I do some shit like, I have somebody else on my team, and they'll be like, yo, what score? They'll say the score, and they'll be like, do we need 2? And they'll be like, yeah, we need 2. And I shoot the 2 dead in the mofo mouth. Bam! There's a reason why they don't like me, fam. It has nothing to do. They just mad. They just mad. It's mad, fam. So yeah, I kind of do that. I talk my shit before the play. I'm laughing because the reason why I do it is because of Goku. Just so we can be clear, I've been doing it since the 90s. The reason why I do it is because of Goku. Now I'm about to hit you with the step back. You ready? Bang, bang, step back, jump shot, cash. What y'all want to talk about? There's a reason why these dudes is mad, fam. What you want to talk about? There's a reason why they don't want to pass me the ball, fam. I don't embarrass them mad times, and then they get on my team and they don't want to pass me the ball because they salty. There's a reason why they don't want to pass me the ball. And I didn't just bust their ass, but I'm telling them I'm going to bust their ass before I do the move. And I'm saying it loud enough for the people around to hear. I'm not whispering. DBZ and Naturo, the only animes I've watched. I never got into Naturo. I wish I did. Um, DBZ, obviously. Shout out to Shanine. So I was dating Shanine at the time, and apparently people thought she looked like Erica Badu. You know, people thought she looked like a young Erica Badu. I didn't, but people did apparently. Um, she was pretty as hell though, but she didn't have colorful eyes. She had regular color eyes. And when I was into my DBZ stage, we used to watch DBZ. So DBZ would come on Cartoon Network. We tape every episode on the VHS and shit. And then we have watch parties where my friends come over to the crib and we all be in the living room and we just have the DBZ on, watch party, and we just watch like 3-4 episodes of DBZ, just, you know, hanging out and shit like that, playing video games and shit like that. Just watching DBZ, shit like that. Good morning. Morning. Yeah, so that part. I literally used to have DBZ watch parties, man. And when I was in the Bronx and when I moved down to Georgia, kept it up. I wasn't dating her in the Bronx. I dating her when I moved to Georgia. I don't have take. I don't watch. I don't have cable. I don't have TV. I don't have cable. I'm not watching anything. If it's not on streaming networks, I'm not watching it. I don't got television. I don't watch television. I haven't had television or cable or nothing like that in years, man. I don't even watch. If I had it, I wouldn't watch. When I had television and cable, the only thing I watched was SportsCenter. I didn't watch nothing else. So the only thing I watched was SportsCenter. I literally didn't watch anything else. That's why it don't even make sense for me even. Like it don't make sense for me to pay for it. Only thing I watched was SportsCenter. Or should I say SportsCenter Watch Me? That's just the channel I have the TV on. SportsCenter and Adult Swim. I go to sleep to Adult Swim. That's it. Only thing I watch. SportsCenter, Adult Swim. I ain't watching nothing else. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I just stay to myself. I like doing things like that's why I keep trying to tell you, I just stay to myself most of the time. That's why it's not no big deal for me to not hang out with a lot of people or be around a lot of people. It's not a big deal, man. I don't know why everybody needs that, to be honest with you. I mean, it's nice to have a good one or two people. That's nice, I guess. I don't get it. See, that would be me and my daughter. He got his daughter with the tiara on. I'm so upset that I wasn't able to spend my daughter's childhood with her like I would have wanted. Got his daughter outside feeling like a little princess. He's lucky. Cito says, I'm gonna watch on my phone. I found a good app. Me no TV either till I move. Yeah, I don't have television. But I don't even want it. Like, rarely ever do anybody tell me about something that's like on cable or on television, and I'm like, man, I want to see it. Like, that's rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare. Like, the only reason why I really used to watch anything before probably was Kendra. Like, you know, if I'm dating somebody, I watch what they watch. Like, Maria, like me, but I watched Law and Order already. We used to watch Law and Order all day, every day. Like whenever I wasn't at work and we weren't outside, because I used to go out a lot with Maria. Shout out to Maria. We went out a lot. Me and Kendra went out, but me and Maria went out a lot because she liked being outside. I don't really like being outside, but she liked being outside, so we went out a lot. Like, when I mean a lot, I mean basically we went out on a date like once a week. We went out on a date. At least once a week. Sometimes, you know. And when I mean date, I don't mean just, you know, a date. You know what I'm saying? About once a week. Me and Kendra went on a date about twice a month. Like, once every 2 weeks, we go on a date. Go do something. Get out. I ain't really had no bread. When I was living in Georgia, I was working 6 days out the week. I feel really bad I wasn't able to take Shanine out more and do more for her. So that's probably why uh, the women I dated after Shanine, I'm more, I wasn't able to buy her. She deserved a lot more than I was able to do for her at the time. She was a good girl for a long time. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What charge we got? 6. Is that not plugged in? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. What the fuck are you doing? Pardon my language. There we go. God dang it. Did it get broke? Hold on. I'm curious about something else. All right, it didn't get broke. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let me make sure that my chat is actually caught up. Sometimes it don't get caught up. I'm thinking about, I don't know what I want to eat. I'm hungry. Mess with football, my Giants gonna put in this work this year. You mean our Giants? The two sports I know the most about is football and basketball. Basketball, then football, and then baseball. A really close second to football. I can't even really say a third, but baseball. I love baseball. I know people think baseball is boring, but it really isn't. Like, I like sitting and trying to guess what the next pitch is gonna be. I like to guess, like, if the hit is trying to go opposite field, pull it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, baseball is different. People watch baseball wrong. Like, baseball is to be watched and dissected. It's to be, it's a beautiful game. I don't know how to, and it also gives you. It's long. I just love baseball. So football, yeah, I love football. I love talking strategy. So I like anything that you can implement strategy in almost. So I love talking about different strategies and different game plans. If the Giants could somehow put together a offensive line so they could make sure that Jones could get the time that Jones is still the quarterback, right? They didn't move Danny Jones, right? Still Danny Dimes, right? Or whoever they have back there. If they can put together an offensive line, I think the Giants is gonna, and I don't even know what the offensive line looks like currently, but I'll say this much, and this is the Emmitt Smith thing that I keep trying to explain to people. One of the reasons why Emmitt Smith has so many yards was his offensive line, right? It wasn't just that he was a great runner. Emmitt Smith would run for 6, 7 yards and get down. Then he'd run for 11 yards, get down. So Emmitt Smith didn't take that much punishment. One of the reasons that allowed for him to run like that was because he had such a good offensive line that he didn't have to take so many chances. He was able to pick and choose when he wanted to take his chances. So he could pick and choose when he wanted to take damage. You understand what I'm saying? So if we can get a good offensive line, not only is it obviously going to allow for the quarterback to have the time that he needs for the wide receivers to complete the routes in order to be able to throw passes well and have lanes to throw to, and also keep the the defense off of them, but it's also the ability to open up lanes allows for the running back that we have, who obviously is one of the best running backs in the NFL right now, be able to get 5-6 yards and get down, 6-7 yards and get down. You understand? I love the 20-yard clip runs, but how many of those we gonna have a game? We are gonna have a shitload of 7-yard runs though. We can't have a shitload of 5-yard runs though. But how many 20-yard runs are we gonna have in a game? How many 15-yard runs are we going to have in a game? You understand? So we're going to run this play right here. We're trying to get 5-6 yards and get out of bounds. We're going to run the sweep. We're set up in pro form week, right? A pro form week. Let me get a piece of paper. We're gonna talk football for a second. All right, so hold on. We're gonna talk football for a second. All right, so this is a pro form. All right, so this is pro form right here, right? Could y'all see that? I can't tell if y'all can see that or not. So that's a pro form offense. You see, this is the wide receiver right here. This is the tight end. This is the tailback. This is the fullback. And this is the quarterback. And this is the flanker. And this is the tackle, guard, center, right? So this is a pro offense setup. So this is a pro week. Hold on, just give me 2 seconds. This is a pro week right here. This is the tailback. I mean, this is the fullback, tailback, quarterback, flanker, and wideout, right? So, real quick, just so you can understand, the reason why this is a pro week is because the fullback right here is to the weak side of the offense. The offense, the strong side of the offense is always the side that the tailback is on. So now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger on a different page real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get up out of here. I just want to talk this shit real quick. So this is wide receiver, tackle, guard, center, guard, tackle, tailback, quarterback, flanker. All right, so this is the tailback. This is why this is called a week. This is the pardon me. This is the tight end, right? This is the fullback. The reason why this is a pro week is because the fullback is on the opposite side of the tailback. You get it? So what I would say it'd be a nice play to run with this is the tailback. What I'm saying is a nice play to run with our running back is this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the guard, right? To come up in here. We got this guy here. We got him blocking here. We have the fullback here. And we're going to run a counter. So that was the sweep I was talking about, by the way. So we're going to run a counter. So basically, I'll put it down some so y'all can see more about like what my feet and everything is doing. Hold on. And this is why, you know, this is a play I think they should run, just so we could be clear. So basically, you got the quarterback here, right? Quarterback sitting down in the pocket. You got the fullback right here. You got the tailback behind him, right? So you have the tailback, and when we call hike, you're gonna have the guard that's right here, because this is the center, this is the guard. I'm gonna call hike. I'm gonna go like this. The fullback is gonna run this way, right? And we have the tailback is gonna stunt like he's running this way. Pardon me. I'm coming out. The fullback is running this way. The tailback is gonna stunt like he's gonna run that way. I got the guard right here. He's pulling. So I got one blocker. I got two blocker because the fullback is right here. I got one blocker, two blocker going over there. I have the tight end. The tight end's blocking on the edge, and I got the wide receiver, and the wide receiver is gonna crack block. Basically, what a crack block is the wide receiver standing on the outside like this, and there's a linebacker right here over the top of the tight end. When we call hike, he's gonna crack block the linebacker. By him crack blocking the linebacker, the tight end now is gonna be able to get out and be able to be in the front to block. He has the fullback following him, and he has the guard pulling. So what happens is the tailback is back here. The tailback makes the step to go this way. The whole defense see him. The tailback makes the step to go this way. The whole defense see him. The tailback makes the step to go this way. The whole defense see him. He pivots. He comes back. He gets the ball. Now, when he pivots and he comes back and gets the ball, the tight end is the fullback is going to be right in front of him, lead blocking, and you're going to have the guard pulling. So I think that's a good play that they should be able to do. I think I pissed somebody off. I'm talking too loud. So I think, but I'm outside, fam, and I don't even know who that person is. Like, they yelling from like 3 houses over. We got to run a double tight end formation. Wall is a beast, and Bellinger's decent too. He slept on. But that was just something I was thinking about. But yes, you could do that also. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be having one of the most dangerous running backs in the NFL. He's going to be behind 2 lead blockers. You're going to have crack block the linebacker. The tight end, after you crack block the linebacker, the tight end is running up the field. And when the offensive lineman comes around, let's go see what they're yelling at. They're yelling at us? I don't know where they're at. I don't even know where they're living at. But I could tell you this much. They have a really strong accent. I have no idea who they are. I have no idea where they're at. I just know that I believe they're yelling at me though. Yeah, so, nah, for real. I keep trying to tell you I do all of this. I do all of this. I do all of this. This is not cat. Anyway, I wanted to show you. So I will run that out of the Week Pro. Y'all should see me in Madden, fam. Excuse me. Yeah, y'all should see me in Madden. I got Madden games that I get absolutely killed in. I ain't gonna lie. But then on the Madden games that I win, it's usually big wins. I got some online. I got some online. I may upload some. I got some online. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it on chat. What y'all want to talk about now? I'm thinking about going for a walk. I don't know. The people that hate for y'all to donate is in the chat. If anybody want to donate to the people that hate when y'all donate is in the chat. If anybody want to support the platform, you could always pull up to the Cash App, the PayPal, and or the Super Chat. I forgot to say any of this until I saw them idiots pull up and leave a comment. YouTube says I'm supposed to say the shit like every 15 or 20 minutes or so. I just be forgetting. If you want to support the platform, you could always pull up to the Cash App, the Super Chat, and or the PayPal. Ken Thompson says, yeah, they must hate me. They hate all of y'all until they could convince y'all to be on their side. They're going to, it is what it is. No, I don't think they make NFL Live. The only NFL game I know about is Madden. I played NFL Live, though. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So it was one of those games, NFL Live or Madden or some shit like that, and I had not played it in years. So this is back when the Dreamcast was out. So it could have been NFL Live. So I go to somebody's crib. I think we playing on Sega. I'm not sure what we playing on. I don't know what the fucking thing was we playing on. I forget what we were playing on. But I go to somebody's crib and they talking mad shit about Madden. Now I haven't played Madden in like years. I don't know if it was NFL Live or Madden. It could have been NFL Live. But whatever the game was, I had not played it in years. So this person was talking mad shit. We was in Georgia. So they brought me to the person's crib. We in the crib. The person's talking mad shit. And they like, yo, they call me Psycho Bob. So they like, yo, Bob is he just talking shit. He just talking shit. And I'm like, I'm not talking shit, fam. Like, I really know this stuff. You just think I'm talking shit because, like, to you, I can't be good at everything, so I got to be capping. So he's like, nah, fuck it. I played this dude and absolutely murdered him. And I had not played no football video game in the longest. Absolutely killed them. He was supposed to be their best player. Like, it was ugly. Like, it was ugly. I had not played the game in forever. All I did was just get on the game. I know how to read plays. That's it. Like, in real time, and also I know how to read the plays to call. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Yon. That's one of the dope things I learned from him, how to read football plays. I knew zero about football before I started playing with Coach Yon in the Blitz. I wish he would have understood that I knew nothing about football. So as I was learning, he wouldn't have taught me. He wouldn't have treated me like that was stuff that I should have already knew. Because it was stuff that I was just learning at that moment. How you doing? It's stuff I was just learning at that moment. And I think that he just thought, the first time I played with him, I think he just thought that was all stuff that I already should have known, But it was all stuff I was learning at that moment. That's the bad thing about being a fast learner also, when you're a fast learner. Morning, my brother. How you doing? Oh, that's her grandson or something. Okay, slow. Let me get them. He shook his head no when he saw me. Like, damn, are you gonna dislike me? You don't even know me. Shout out to that though. Let me move the camera over so I don't invade anybody else's privacy. Do y'all notice how I'm always trying to do the right thing? People just always mad at me. Like, y'all be on the live with me. I'm always trying to do the right thing. People just mad at me. Like, there's nothing I could do. Anyway, oh shoot, maybe I was disturbing her. I don't usually do the lives in front of the house anymore. I just did it here because it was Saturday. I hope I wasn't disturbing, but that's why we don't generally do the lives in the house anymore. I probably was disturbing her by accident. Oh shit, that was an accident. She's the shit. I like her. I really hope I wasn't disturbing her. She's the shit. Yeah, I hope I wasn't disturbing her. Like she's just really, she's just, I tried to speak lower. I tried to, whenever I realize I'm in a high octave, I try to talk low. But yeah, no, I took up football. I was playing. I played football. I popped Warner. Um, I learned how to read football plays, and all of my friends growing up either played, like even my dudes that was in the street. Like even if you was in the street, you played football, or basketball. Fam. It was just a different time. Like there was not that many people who was just in the street. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times people that were in the street, they played a sport, man. They played football, they played basketball, they did something. You understand what I'm saying? You wasn't just see, it's different. Like right now, you could just be into nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just wasn't. Nobody wasn't into nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You were just into something. Like people could say whatever they want, but back in the '80s and in the '90s, even though parents was in kids' lives more than people admit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like parents really was in kids' lives a little bit more. Like there was a lot of kids that got left behind, like myself. But there was a lot of parents was in kids' lives, like more than now. You understand what I'm saying? Like now, there's like not at all. Like before, if a parent wasn't in the kid's life, I'm talking about parents that live with the child. Obviously, it was because of work. Like now, it's not even because of work. Like even when work isn't an obstacle, you know. Huh. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the damn gasoline into the lawnmower, and I think I just figured it out. That might work. Which I want to talk about. Are y'all getting kicked? You think the Nuggets are repeating? I hope not. I always want the Knicks to win. Are y'all getting kicked? I think y'all getting kicked. That was a lot of numbers to drop in a short period of time. Um, Murray's a throwback player. Jokic is a throwback player. Meaning Murray and Jokic, I think, could have both been successful in other. So, you think all of the people in the neighborhood that say hi to me don't want me in their neighborhood, or do you think it's just y'all little kids that's mad because I don't want to be friends with y'all because y'all pieces of shit? At least in my opinion, maybe you're not a piece of shit, but I think you're a piece of shit. Dude, these are throwback players. Like these are throwback players. These are players that could have played in the '90s, players that could have played in the '80s. These are throwback players, man. No, Jokic could have played in the damn '70s, man. These are throwback players, man. These guys are different. Do you know that most of these guys that y'all think are so great wouldn't even play in the NBA because they can't play defense? They would have never made it on a court. Kevin Durant can't play defense, fam. He wouldn't have made it on a court. He would have had limited minutes. Do you know how many people could score and couldn't get on the court? I mean, Dell Curry got on the court, so he could make it on the court. Dell Curry got on the court. But you know how many people couldn't get on the court because they couldn't play defense? Defense is very, very important. And nowadays, I don't think the players in the NBA now would be able to play defense or be able to score on the defense that they had back in the '80s and in the '90s. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I think the guys right now that average 30, that average like 10. Also, the games back then was like 110. If you score, pardon me, good day. The games back then was like 70, and then Allen Iverson scored 35, and the whole team would have 70. And nowadays, somebody will score 35 and the team will have 130. That's different, fam. Do you understand the percentage of points Allen Iverson was having? The percentage of points Michael Jordan was having? Do you understand? So it's different. A lot of these players, they wouldn't be able to play. Oh, shoot. I think I was. That might have been her yelling. Like, this guy keeps talking. Oh, man. I hope I wasn't fucking her over. I probably been fucking her over. It was not on purpose. If that was the case, it was not on purpose. What time is it? 10 o'clock. I was gonna go for a walk. That's probably why he was pissed. She was like, "Come over here and get me." I don't know if any of this is true, by the way. I'm just absolutely assuming. Hmm. Huh. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We should have went, boy. We should have went and got something to eat. I'm still debating. One second. I think the All Stars would be fine, but today's bench, I think some of the All Stars wouldn't be able to play, fam. I'm gonna tell you a player right now that wouldn't get off the bench. Westbrook, he wouldn't get off the bench. He jacks up too many bad shots. He wouldn't get off the bench. There's been literally players like Westbrook in the NBA before. They just couldn't get off the bench. There's been players that's similar to a lot of these players. They just couldn't get off the bench because of their behavior. That's it. Now AAU is looking past people's behavior. So since AAU is looking past the behavior of the children, so is the colleges, so is the NFL. Diddy did give Macy's. Diddy gave everybody their publishing allegedly. So Diddy allegedly gave his publishing, gave everybody back their publishing. So shout out to that. I mean, some people were saying he milked it for how many years? So as I say, he said, I had it this long, I might as well keep it indefinitely. He gave it back. They was able to get it back. Maybe it should have happened sooner. It didn't happen sooner, but it happened. So that's cool. And he don't need them. So now what are they going to do with their publishing? I'm pretty sure all of them know what to do with their publishing by now. I think the big F up is, the people that passed away. They wasn't never able to get their publishing back because they're not here no more. That's something to feel bad about, right? Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning. Let's go stand somewhere. I should have been left. I just didn't go stand nowhere because I wanted to be close to the crib because I had stuff in the crib and shit. I didn't know how long I was gonna do the live. I thought I was gonna end the live by now, to be honest. I didn't know we was gonna still be on. Let's go stand in front of the gate. Yeah, I didn't know we was gonna still be on. I thought I'd be done by now, I'm being honest with you. It's Saturday morning. I didn't think anybody was gonna come in here except for the haters and talk to me. So I was not expected to be on this long, just being honest. So yeah, I didn't expect to still be on. Hey, how you doing? Right? Yeah, I didn't expect to still be on. I thought I was gonna be off by now. This is 2 hours in. I thought I was gonna probably get like an hour, 20-minute show, and we'd be out of here. There's just certain days that the only people that show up is the people that hate me. So, you know, I already mentally be prepared to be like, you know, this is probably gonna be a short day. Shit, there was things I was planning on doing by now. What else y'all want to talk about? Anything? I mean, I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna set up for a minute. I'll chill for a couple of minutes. I might check. I might stay on live to check and see if they're gonna have pasta today. Maybe they have pasta today. I don't know. If they have pasta today, I'm gonna eat from there. If not, I'm gonna eat from somewhere else. Shit's crazy though. Just think about all the things that I told y'all that was true. I'm gonna tell you why. Forget about me for a second. Let's talk about Trump. Think about all the shit that Trump said that people said were lies. That Trump's lying, Trump's lying. So now everybody say Trump's always lying. But what about all of the times? But basically people were saying Trump's always lying about the shit that he said that he was mostly telling the truth. That's just something to think about, fam. People are basically, oh, these are beautiful. People are basically saying, yo, look at Trump, he's a liar. He's all of the liars. But a lot of the shit that they saying he lying about is shit that he told the truth about, and that we're finding out are real things. Just something to think about. I'm not saying support Trump. I'm not saying don't support him. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that's something to think about. A lot of things that they were saying Trump was lying about. How you doing? A lot of things that they were saying Trump was lying about, Trump really wasn't lying about. Trump was telling the whole truth. Now there's this narrative out there that Trump's a big liar. He's always lying, 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 lying. But we've just found out that a lot of the shit that they say he's lying about, he was telling the truth. Do y'all remember when they was making a big deal about the concentration camps with the Mexican children? And Trump said if they win the office, they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to take those things down. They win the office. They didn't take the concentration things down. Guess what? Trump was right. Just something to think about, man. Just something to think about. Trump was right. They didn't take the concentration. He's right about a ton of other things. Now, has he lied about things? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure he has. He's a politician. Do you know a politician that hasn't lied? I don't. You know, and a lot of times it's not. And this is another thing I want to say. Yeah, how you doing? All right. And this is another thing I want to say. it's not always that a politician is lying. Sometimes they trying to talk shit into existence. Like sometimes they might not know. Sometimes it might be something that's just not possible. Don't get this confused. But that's not always the case. You understand? They might be trying to talk a thing up and trying to make it possible. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you need more than one person to help you talk something into existence. You understand? You're trying to talk something into existence. You only got one person. Sometimes you need more than one person to talk some shit into existence. That's like when I be over here telling y'all, yo, y'all want to go do this, y'all want to go do that, and then it don't materialize, and then somebody say I lied. I didn't lie. I tried to talk the thing into existence. I was unsuccessful. I didn't have enough people that wanted to, see the vision. That's it. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. But I also shouldn't be held accountable like I did something wrong. I have the right to try to do good things and then not succeed. I'm trying to put the damn thing in the shade well so I can read the damn screen better. Because my screen is dim as hell. I don't know if it's because I think it's just the phone is just hot. So it's hard for me to read the screen. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Try harder not to spend extended periods of time in front of the crib. My fault. I'm clearing some stuff out so I can see some stuff. Somebody had the nerve to put in one of my comments that hocus and whack have nothing to do with God. How in the hell could something be on the planet and have nothing to do with God? Could somebody explain that to me? Like, how could something be on the planet? I'm trying to find a good spot where I can fucking be in the sun and have this shit in the shade so I can read the comments, but so I could be in the sun so y'all can see my face. Here we go. Bless you. How could they figure out the asylum seekers? You talking about the migrants? We can't pay for we don't have money to pay for the homeless people that's here now. Why would they take homeless people from another country and say we're gonna take care of them? I don't know what to tell you. That don't make sense. Don't make sense, man. We have a homeless epidemic in New York City, but they're gonna then make sure, like the point that I'm trying to make is there's states where there's not a homeless epidemic. You could have sent them there. But instead, you sent these people to a state where we have a homeless epidemic. I don't understand how that makes any sense. It doesn't sound like you was trying to help them to me. Just saying. If you was actually trying to help them, you would have sent them somewhere where there was room to get them help, right? Ruby Reed says he utilizes loopholes to avoid paying taxes. Says the Democrats won't remove those. Stop. Every single last one of these Republicans and Democrats use the same exact loopholes. Why are you holding Trump to it like he's doing something wrong? I'm going to say this again. Every last one of these Republicans and Democrats use the same loopholes. Why are you holding it against Trump and not everybody else? And if you are holding it against everybody else, why do you have to point out that Trump is doing it? Because sheesh. I'm just asking. If he's using the same exact loopholes that everyone is using, why are you mad that he's using it and not mad that everyone is using it? And if you are mad that everyone is using them, then why are you bringing them up about him using them? You should be speaking about the fact that they exist in the first place. We shouldn't have claimed to be a sanctuary city, and we didn't claim that. The politicians that wanted to send the individual, the politicians that sent them one here, deemed that. We didn't deem that. I don't think, at least unless we had a vote I don't know about, I don't think the people of New York City is on that particular energy. Unless we had a vote I don't know about. Did we have a vote I don't know about? Yeah. Okay, explain it. Maybe I am misunderstanding it. Explain it, I'll read it again. Trump said he utilizes loopholes to avoid paying taxes. Yeah. And he said the Democrats will remove those loopholes because their wealthy friends use them. That's a fact. He 100% said that. Oh, you're not mad at him. You mad at the Democrats? Showing that the Democrats are hypocrites? Because that's what I think that shows. So you're just showing the Democrats are hypocrites? If so, I agree. You know, politicians are hypocrites in general. So if so, I agree. But yes, they are, the Democrats are talking about how he don't pay taxes when he's using the same exact loopholes that them and their friends use. That's like when people come here and say, Jack Frost is panhandling when I talk about donations, but they get donations on their page. Democrats are hypocrites. All politicians are generally hypocrites. Democrats seem to lean in that direction a lot because they're the ones that are supposed to be doing the things that's going to help us. So we pay way more attention to the Democrats than we do the Republicans. Because the Democrats basically say that they're our party, right? That's another reason why I don't understand why people get mad at the Republicans when shit don't go right. The Democrats say that they're our party. So when shit don't go right for us, we should be mad at the Democrats. The Republicans don't make no overt claims that they're here for us. You don't hear the Republicans like, we're here for the black people. Republicans is here for the people that want to make money and hold on to it for the most part. Yeah, so the Democrats is all of the hypocrites. And their hypocrisy affects us more and differently because they're supposed to be the party that's for us. So their hypocrisy hurt more. It has more of an impact. Yeah, the Democrats, I know. Do you understand? And this is a point. Do you understand that they don't even have a plan for America? Their whole plan for America is just preventing Donald Trump from being president. They have no plan. Like, they have no thing they're trying to do. They don't really have anything they're trying to stop. They don't have anything they're trying to create. They're just trying to stop Donald Trump from being president. What else are they trying to do? I have no idea what the Democrats are trying to do other than trying to stop Donald Trump from being president. And I don't think that's a good enough reason to vote for any of them. They have no plan. They have nothing. Somebody tell me what the Democrats' agenda for America is. All fairness, I'm listening. What's their agenda for America? What plan do they have for America? Yeah. Oh. What plan do they have for America? Yeah, what plan? As far as I know, they have zero plans for America. Their only plans is to stop Donald Trump from becoming president. Other than that, I don't know what the Democrats are doing. Other than that, to me, they're not doing nothing. There's nothing that they're doing. All they're doing is trying to stop Donald Trump from being president. That's it. So after you stop Donald Trump from being president, so what plans do you? You don't have no plans. You got plans for other countries. You know, you got plans to turn little boys into little girls and little girls into little boys in Africa. You got plans on sending money to Brazil so they could have, what was Black Lives Matter doing? Black Lives Matter was sending money to transvestite, prostitute, strippers in Brazil for parties. This is a fact. Go look it up. This is a fact. Go look it up. That's why I tell you, I do not support Black Lives Matter, fam. I support the idea, Black Lives Matter. But the organization, I don't support anything that they do. I haven't seen them. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I haven't seen them do anything. I haven't seen them do anything. I haven't seen them do anything. What else y'all want to talk about? We 2 hours, 20 minutes in. It's only 10:30. You should be looking for loopholes no matter what tax bracket you in. Imagine them. They literally got pissed off at Donald Trump because he's using the loopholes that are available to him so he don't pay taxes. Wow, don't forget, the Democrats are literally the party that's complaining that taxes are too high. Fam. Fam. This is shit that could only be on a television show, fam. This is... Fam. So you're complaining that Donald Trump found loopholes to not pay taxes that you yourself are saying are unfair. Am I got that straight? Am I clear on that? The Democrats are complaining that Donald Trump isn't paying taxes that they also themselves agree are too high and unfair. Don't know what to tell you. And I want y'all to understand something. The way our system works with taxes. If you create jobs, the more jobs you create, the more taxes you get to write off. So if you create a lot of jobs, America says, thank you. You are employing people. Since you are employing people, we're going to give you the opportunity. Hello. We're going to give you the opportunity to pay less taxes because you employ people. That makes sense to me. Morning. Seat says Trump shut down tax loopholes used in my last career. So are you trying to say that the Democrats are complaining about the loopholes and Trump went and shut down loopholes? Trump is literally looking like he's for the people. I don't know if this is true, but I'm saying literally. That's wild. Look and see which loopholes he shut down. Did they affect him? If they don't affect him, he didn't do anything. If they affect him, that means something. The Democrats are playing all of us, enough of us dumb. The Democrats are doing like this. If they lie every single day, then people will believe the lie. So that's what the Democrats do. They just lie every single day. Are there things that they tell the truth about? Absolutely. But they have a propaganda machine specifically made against Trump. Oh, he closed down loopholes that you use. I'd feel a way about that, fam. Or should I say, if you do feel a way about that, it makes sense. Oh, that's those guys. Guess they didn't want to drive through this way. It was like, you know what? We're just going to back up, turn around, and go the other way. All comments that are insulting me, I'm just kicking you without even reading the comment. So, just so you know, I'm just kicking you. I'm not even reading the comment. Anybody else got a comment? If you're just gonna insult me, I'm just kicking you. If you believe that if you believe that my job is to stand here and be insulted by you, you are wrong. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm literally only on the live because it's almost time to find out. I don't know. I should just go eat something else. Maybe we go get something else. I just want to know if they're going to have pasta today. If they're going to have some kind of pasta. I was dreaming about pasta too, apparently. So. That's it? We done? How do Asian chicks live around here? You know what it is? There's not that many in the Bronx. So I guess maybe it's not a lot. Maybe it's like normal amount. There's not that many in the Bronx. Like, unless you, like, live certain places, you know? I'm here for that. She look like she having a problem. Like, the girl ass is so fat, it literally looks like she has a problem with walking. Like, the butt don't fit the rest of her frame. But it's not a bad looking... Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Who hasn't had oxtails? We've all had oxtails, right? I think so. I've had oxtails. It's one of my favorite meals. What else? What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I think if I lived in the Bronx, I'd want oxtails more because there's this one particular spot in the Bronx that I just love the oxtails there. Like, they just make it one of the best ways. So I think if I lived in the Bronx, I'd probably eat oxtails more. Oh, I'd be thinking about it more, should I say. Oxtails is the shit. I actually had a cooking class that I used to take. And they taught us how to make a lot of Caribbean meals. But that's because the instructor was Caribbean. Yeah, so the instructor was Caribbean. So we actually, I learned how to make quite a few Caribbean meals. And that's when I first realized you literally, because I used to cook differently. So like they literally like make the sauce and then you add the shit. Like I didn't used to cook like that. Like I cooked like, the way I grew up cooking was different. But I never really made sauces. Now I understand sous chef. I think that's what the sous chef does. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know how to make sauces and shit. So I know how to cook shit up. And you need the right pots and shit. Whatever kind of like the right pots. I know what it. I don't know what kind of shit you call it, but I know what it is. You need the right kind of pots and shit like that. Shit. I am definitely hungry though, so we're gonna wait. Damn, a whole nother hour? I'm about to go home, fam. What y'all wanna do? What y'all wanna do? I'm about to go home. What y'all wanna do? I'm about to go home, fam. If we not talking about nothing, I'm about to dub this. Yo. That's it, we done. Now I see why people stopped donating to my page though. Like I told you. The other day I was just walking and some nigga was just following me. I came from the fucking Popeyes. Nigga was just following me saying I just came from buying crack. Y'all people are wicked, man. I could just imagine how many people y'all sent away from my page and lied to. I could just imagine how many people y'all lied to that believe your lies. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm not gonna hold you. How you doing? I'm not gonna hold you. That's it, right? Only the haters is left. What up, Android? Only the haters is left. If only the haters is left, we out. That's why all of these women that look like they, like, I'm only into action, like, no disrespect to nobody, but I have an actual type. I'd rather die than have sex with a woman that I don't find attractive. I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I'm not trying to talk no shit. But just because I'm single, that don't mean that I'm just going to just sleep with, and I'm not even that way, fam. Like, I'm not even that way. Yeah, like, I'm not even that way. Like, I'm not even that way. Like, you understand? Like, I'm not even that way. But people believe I'm that way because people believe I'm on drugs and people believe all this other weirdo shit about me. I'm not that way. Like, I'm not nowhere near that way. So y'all gonna always have me confused and fucked up. It is what it is. I'm not that way. I like who I like. I tend to like petite women. I tend to like nice women. Like literally. Nice, petite, and cute. Like literally. Now they taste the same like when the Popeye sandwich came out. It wasn't the sandwich that had everybody. Okay, so Popeyes won twice. They probably had like one of the best campaigns ever. Yeah, I know y'all convinced everyone to go. I know you did, and you're proud about it. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure the people that donate to the page right now, they probably not going to be donating to this page in a month or two. But we're going to find other people. And then those people going to leave. And then we're going to find more people. You're going to always convince people to leave. I get it. You're going to lie and lie and lie until every single person stops supporting the platform. I get it. I get it. You think that's going to make me stop trying? I mean, I'm going to stop trying when I'm not breathing no more. Those are my two options. Either keep going or to stop breathing. Those are my two options. I don't have no other options. There is no nothing else. There is no nothing else. So I don't want to talk to these people no more. So I'm going to go. Everybody enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Let's walk to the house and then we out. Because I don't want to talk to them. And y'all obviously don't want to talk to me. The only people that want to talk to me is the people that hate me. So we out and I'm getting up out of here. I wanted to get off the live like 20 minutes ago, so go with me. Go relax until it's time to eat lunch. Man, I gotta make sure I walk past that block to make sure that kid get an opportunity to kill me. Matter of fact, let's walk over there now. I want to make sure I give this kid every opportunity he has in the world to kill me. Maybe we get some Popeyes. Because, you know, I'm so scared of these people. So let's go over there. You know, I'm so super scared. Let's go over there immediately and give this guy the opportunity to come kill me. So scared. All of the panic. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I think of like my life, every time I think about I might have to spend the rest of my life in prison. That shit scared the shit out of me. Dying don't bother me. But if I win, I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my life in prison. I might spend 20 years in prison. That shit bothers me. That shit bothers me. I gotta go to prison because I had to protect my life from somebody that's stalking me. That shit bothers me. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna go walk past there right now. I gotta post that kid photo today for the NYPD. Because that's all I'm doing from now on. Whenever anybody start trouble with me, I'm just posting y'all in the NYPD and telling the cops to go look for y'all. That's because I don't want no trouble with nobody, so I don't want to play with you. So if you come play with me, that's what I'm doing. Don't want no trouble with nobody. I want to mind my business. I want to do my job. So that's what I'm doing. You can take it however you want to take it, fam. I don't care. Yeah, you can take it however you want to take it, fam. I'm pointing the police at every single person that wants to start a problem with me. You can take it however you want to take it, fam. I don't really drink alcohol. I don't really drink alcohol. So when dude run up on me, I'm assuming he coming to me to kill me, and I'm just gonna react. I'm just gonna respond accordingly. When dude run up on me, I'm assuming he running up on me to shoot me or stab me, and I'm gonna act accordingly. I'm just saying that right now so everybody can understand. When dude run up on me to come kill me, I'm gonna act accordingly. I'm gonna try everything I can to stay alive, and that might mean I might have to do something that might mean he die. I don't want to kill this guy. I don't want to do anything to make him die. But I'm not going to just let him kill me. So, y'all seen him try to run up on me the other day. I'm assuming that if he run up on me again, or if any of them run up on me, they running up on me to kill me. I'm going to act accordingly. Y'all watch it. I'm asking y'all not to run up on me, because I'm going to act accordingly. I just want to make sure that I make this so when we go to court and when we deal with the courts, so the courts know this is not my doing. Y'all can go, this is not my doing. I'm going to get Popeyes, this is the way you go. This is not my doing. This is their doing. This is whoever, if I'm the one that dies, you know what it is. If it's one of them is the one that dies, it's not my fault. I don't want this problem. But I'm gonna react to them and treat them accordingly. Is it a chance I die? There's a great chance I die. They might come kill me right now. I believe it. Little skinny kid, fam. This kid is a little skinny kid, fam. He look like he a little skinny kid, fam. He gonna be skinny his whole life. The nigga, you ever seen them kids that like they don't have no shoulders? Like he got narrow shoulders, fam. Like, need I say more? And then the other kid is some big fat slow kid. Like slow kid. Like he's slow too. These are just kids, fam. I shouldn't have to make the decision of trying to protect my life from them. I shouldn't have to make the decision of whether I have to do something that might take their life. This isn't something I should have to make the decision of. Always got to watch because they have all types of weirdos following. Not that she might be a good person, but they got all types of weirdos following me around, filming me all day. So you just never know, fam. So I'm gonna do what I do. If I was in the Bronx, these niggas would be finished. Somebody on the block would already took care of these niggas. But I'm not in the Bronx, I'm in Brooklyn. People around here don't know me that well. If I was living in my neighborhood in the Bronx, these kids would have already been washed up. Niggas be stuck upstairs somewhere with their parent outside trying to explain to the block, I promise you.
Yeah, it says 2020 on each cup.
We don't allow this type of behavior. You understand? This type of behavior isn't acceptable. Get it? Yeah, this type of behavior isn't acceptable. Like, this isn't acceptable. The fuck? Yeah, so this is the block that dude said I better never come on or he gonna kill me. Actually, he told me I better never be in Coney Island or he gonna kill me. I want to know what the NYPD think about this. I want to know what the NYPD think about this. See, the people on the internet ain't stupid. They already told them who I was, so they really know who I am. They just trying to get me to kill one of these little kids. You understand? Them niggas, they know, the main niggas telling these people to do this weirdo shit, they know who I am. They know who I am. That weirdo ass nigga, that name start with the last letter in the alphabet, they know who I am. They know who I am. They sending y'all niggas and hope that I kill one of you niggas so I go to jail. That's what they want. They know who I am. Not that I'm somebody to know. I'm just saying. They know who I am. They just trying to get me to do something to somebody so I go to jail. That's it. So they sending all of these weirdos after me to keep having a problem or a situation with me so I go to jail. They assuming I'm gonna kill one of these niggas. They assuming I'm either kill one of these niggas or attack one of these niggas and hurt somebody and go to jail. That's what they assuming, I'm telling you. Fuck that shit. How you doing?
Okay.
I didn't mean to curse like that. I think I know that lady. Let's go on to the... I might have to restart the app. Why don't we do two things? It might help me not have to restart the app. Like, I'm not no super anything. I'm just a regular dude. But these people know who I am. Everything involving with me and having to deal with the police has something to do with violence. These people know who I am. They just trying to make me do something violent so I go to jail. That's all. Hold on one second. Y'all busy out here thinking this nigga a sucker when in reality, I just know the niggas is trying to send me to jail.